Today we are going to discuss about force on moving charge in uniform magnetic field. Force on moving charge in uniform magnetic field. That means let us consider this is a Q charge. This is a Q charge that is moving in uniform magnetic field. This is Q charge. It is moving with velocity v in the magnetic field of induction B. Okay, the Q charge is moving with velocity v. It is moving in the magnetic field. Let us consider this the direction of the magnetic field. In the magnetic field, it is going. How we can create the magnetic field? For example, here North Pole is there, here South Pole is there. Between these two poles, these poles effect is exist, and this region is said to be magnetic field. Field line starts at the north and ends at the south. Uniform magnetic field means field lines are parallel to each other. Okay, and here we are taking some angle. This angle we can consider as theta. Now here the Q charge is moving in the magnetic field of induction B with velocity v. At the moment the force on charge, here what happening? Q charge is moving with velocity v in uniform means constant uniform magnetic field of induction B. Then what is the formula for the force on charge? During this the force will act on the charge. The force on charge formula is F is equal to QVB sin theta. This is the formula for the force on the charge. You should remember it. If Q charge moves with velocity v in the magnetic field of induction B, then the force on the charge formula is QVB sin theta. What is v here? Velocity of charge. What is v here? Velocity of charge. Theta is angle between v bar and b bar. What is v in this? V is the velocity of charge that is moving in the magnetic field of induction B. Right? B is the magnetic induction or the magnetic field. Okay, magnetic field, or we can say it as induction also. Right? And now this formula we can also write in vector form, that is F bar is equal to, we write as Q into V bar cross B bar we write. Why we write like this? Because we know very well the formula for the cross product, that is AB sin theta we can write as A bar cross B bar. Based on this we are writing the first formula is in vector form, that is F bar equal to Q into V bar cross B bar we are writing. Okay. Now let us see, it's a continuation, that is what is the direction of the force? What is the direction of the force? I want to know the direction of the force in this case. For the purpose, what we have to do it here, direction of force on charge in above case, right? Now for the purpose, let us know little information regarding this. Okay, let us discuss now. For example, this is the head of the screw. Okay, this is considered as the head of the screw, right? Head of screw head I am assuming. Okay, and here on the screw head I am taking the two vectors, right? On the screw head, okay, the screw will be there, like this is considered as the screw. This is the head of the screw. Okay, this is screw head I am taking it here, and on the screw head you take the two vectors. One is the velocity vector, and other one is the magnetic field, right? There is an angle at here between them that we can take as the theta. Theta is angle between the V and B. This we can consider as the theta. Okay. Now at the moment when you rotate the screw from V to B, when you rotate the screw from V to B, what happened? When you rotate the screw from V to B, okay, like this. When you rotate it from V to B screw, the screw advances in particular direction. The screw moves in particular direction. The direction of the motion is along the direction of the force. Okay, remember it. Okay, when you rotate from V to B, okay, when you rotate the screw from V to B, at the moment the screw advances in particular direction. That direction is the force direction, right? And here we say that, for example, the velocity is along the x-axis. If velocity is along the x-axis, we write Vi cap, V bar is equal to, if magnetic field is along z-axis, we write B, y-axis we will take B j cap. What about the direction of the force? You see here in vector form, Q into V bar cross B bar. What is V at here? Velocity along the x-axis and magnetic field along the y-axis. J cap we write, I indicate x-axis, J indicates y-axis. Here we write QVB into I cap cross J cap we write. What is I cap cross J cap? Anybody knows? Anybody knows what is I cap cross J cap? Yes?
Cap.
Very good, very good. It is K cap. I cap cross J cap is the K cap. That means what is the direction of the force? Where we are taking the velocity on x-axis I cap, magnetic field on y-axis J cap, but we are getting the force QVB K cap. That means the force K cap indicates z-axis. That means the force direction is along the z-axis. That means the force direction is along z-axis when velocity direction is x-axis and magnetic field direction is y-axis. That means what we can say here, the force direction is always perpendicular to the, this z-axis is the force direction, that is perpendicular to the x-axis, means perpendicular to velocity, perpendicular to magnetic field also, perpendicular to both, right? Force direction is always perpendicular to the plane containing velocity and magnetic field. Okay, magnetic field, remember is that the force is always perpendicular to the velocity and the force is always perpendicular to the magnetic field. The direction of the force is always perpendicular to the plane containing the velocity and magnetic field. You see, force direction is the z-axis, that is velocity direction is x-axis, z-axis is always perpendicular to x-axis, force direction is along the z-axis, magnetic field direction is along the y-axis. That means z-axis is always perpendicular to y-axis, force is always perpendicular to magnetic field, force is always perpendicular to velocity, force is always perpendicular to both velocity and magnetic field. You can also see the head and screw advancement, that on head velocity and field are there. Then by that also we can say that the force is always perpendicular to the plane, that head which contains the velocity and magnetic field. This is the direction of the force and force on a charge in uniform magnetic field. Let's go for the few cases in this. Now what are the cases that we are going to discuss? The case 1 is that if velocity is parallel to magnetic field, that means charge moves in the direction of the magnetic field. Charge moves, okay, QVB sin theta we are taking now. Here we take that theta is 0. Okay, theta, we can take as a case 1 that if theta is 0, we will take theta is 0. When the theta will be 0? If velocity and magnetic field are parallel. Okay, velocity and magnetic field are parallel, then theta is 0. What happens to the force? First case, this one. For the purpose, here you see this is the charge. The charge velocity we are taking the along the x-axis, and magnetic field also along the x-axis. That means the charge is moving in the direction of the magnetic field. That is, the velocity and magnetic fields are parallel. Then angle between the velocity and field is 0. At this moment, what is the force and what is the value of force? Right? Can anyone tell what is the formula for the force on charge in uniform magnetic field? Yes. Tell me. QVB. QVB is very good. In this case, right, velocity is there, field is there, charge is there, but theta is 0, right? Sin 0 value is how much? 0. Is it correct? Sin 0 value is 0. Is it correct? Then at that moment there is no force on charge which is moving in uniform magnetic field, that is in the direction of the magnetic field. If charge moves in the direction of the magnetic field, if charge moves in the direction of magnetic field, if charge moves in the direction of magnetic field, then no force on charge. Is it correct? Then no force on charge, or the force on charge becomes 0, right? Then what happens? Okay, in this case the charge moves, no force, that's why the charge direction does not changes, charge velocity not changes. If velocity is there, if the force is there, velocity may increase, velocity may decrease, direction of the motion of the charge may changes, but here no force, that's why the charge continue in the same direction, with the same velocity. Is it correct, students? No change in velocity because no force, no change in direction of motion because no force. This is the thing. Clear? Any doubt in this? This is the case when velocity is parallel to magnetic field, when angle is 0. The second case I am going to explain that if velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field, then what happens? The case 2 is that if theta is 90 degree, theta when it will be 90 degree? If velocity is, right, theta is 90 degree, that means velocity is always perpendicular to the magnetic field. At that moment what happens? This case we are going to discuss. Let us take the situation, right, where the velocity and magnetic fields are perpendicular to each other, right? You see here and listen very carefully. If you have any query, you can ask me, and directly how you wrote this diagram, how you draw this diagram, how you wrote that step, anything, right, you can ask, right? This is the magnetic field direction. Magnetic field, cross indicates here magnetic field. I wrote that this is the magnetic field. What is the what magnetic field cross? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Okay, what is the meaning of this? Anybody? Here the charge enters into the magnetic field with some velocity, right, like this, right? Velocity is along the x-axis, magnetic field along the z-axis. Okay, right? Magnetic field is inward and perpendicular to the plane. Magnetic field is inward and perpendicular to plane. Then at that moment, what happens at here? What is the force on the charge? In this case, we can find out the force on charge, right? It was very simple. The force on charge formula is F is equal to QVB sin theta, right? In the previous case, right, when velocity parallel to the magnetic field, the force become minimum. Yes.
Totally answer.
Oh, congratulations. Okay, everybody look at here what they are asking it here in the first case, that if velocity parallel to the magnetic field, then what happens to the force on the charge? It is zero. Force zero means it, we can say it is the force is minimum. Is it correct? Force is minimum in this case. Now what about the case that is the when velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field? Velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field. If the velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field, force on charge formula is QVB sin theta, right? Force on charge formula is QVB sin theta. But here what they are asking, that velocity perpendicular to magnetic field, you write the angle is 90 degree. If you write the angle is 90 degree, here we are getting the sin 90 value is 1, that is the maximum value we are getting. Then here we will get is the force as QVB. This is the maximum force, remember. Minimum force is 0 and the maximum force is QVB, right? That means in this case the force become maximum, right? Force become maximum when if velocity perpendicular to magnetic field. Okay, right. Now what about the direction of the motion of charge? I want the how the charge moves in this case. This much force acting it here, that is the force is QVB. Then how the charge which is enters, that is along the x-axis, right? You see here, I want, if you want to know the direction of the force on it, okay, Q into V, velocity is along the x-axis. If you write V I cap, okay, and V I cap V bar cross J bar na, Q into V bar cross B bar, sorry, Q into V bar cross B bar. B bar magnetic field is a cross. Cross indicates the, that is the z axis, right? We write here it as K cap. Then here finally we will get the I cap cross K cap is what? QVB into you will get as K cap cross I cap means J cap you will get. Here minus J cap you will get. Okay, that is the negative y axis. Velocity is along the x axis, magnetic field along the z axis, right? If you see like this, the axis will be like this there. You see here, this is x, this is y, this is z, right? X, y and z axis we will take like this, right? If the velocity along the x axis and magnetic field along the z axis, at that moment the force will be along the y axis. Force will be along the y axis, right? We can take the direction of the force will be like this. This is the direction of the force, right? Then due to that its direction of motion will be changes, and this force will serve as a centripetal force in this case. Why it serves as centripetal force? If you go to another point like this, right, at every point the force on charge acts towards the center. That means that acts like centripetal force. Okay, at every point the force will act like a centripetal force. Due to that, the charge will continue. The charge will continue in circular path. Okay. In the previous case, when the velocity parallel to magnetic field, no force on the charge, then no change in the direction of motion, and charge moves with constant velocity. But now though, when the velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field, the force become maximum. Force become maximum. When force become maximum, right, that force serves as, okay, this is the magnetic force on charge, that serves as centripetal force. Force on charge in magnetic field serves as centripetal force. It serves as centripetal force. When it serves as centripetal force, then what is the formula for the centripetal force? Right? For example, the m is the mass of charge. M is the mass of charge. Then what about the force? This magnetic force on charge due to magnetic field, magnetic force on charge acts as centripetal force. Remember it. What is the formula for the centripetal force in circular path? That centripetal force makes the charge to move in circular path. Is it right? Okay. Then charge moves in circular path or curved path. Okay. Then let us find out the radius of that circular path. Magnetic force formula is what? Force on charge is QVB, that acts as centripetal force. Centripetal force formula you learned in the 9th class and in the 11th class also. That is mv square by r, right? The magnetic force that we derived, that is act as centripetal force. Then r is the radius of the circle, right? And m is the mass and v is the speed of charge or velocity of charge, right? If we can simplify it and if v square will cancel, here we can find out the radius we will get as r to left side, qb to right side, we will get as r is equal to mb by qb. R is equal to mb by qb. This is equation 1, you should remember it. Okay, r is the radius of circular path. Okay, radius of circle along which the charge moves. Okay, and next I want the momentum from this. Okay, radius we got it here. From that, if you want to find out the momentum of charge, we can find out the momentum of charge very easily from above equation. That is radius we can also write as p by qb, because mass into velocity gives momentum. From this you can find out the momentum of charge as qbr. This p is the momentum of charge. What is p at here? P is the momentum of charge. Okay, if you want to find out the kinetic energy of charge from this, the charge is moving along the circular path when velocity perpendicular to magnetic field. If you want to find out the kinetic energy of charge, then how we can find out? The kinetic energy of charge is kinetic energy of charge Ke is equal, there is a formula p square by 2m, that is you learned in the 9th and 11th class the relation between the kinetic energy and momentum. That is momentum is qbr, right, from equation 2, qbr whole square by 2m, where q is the charge, b is the magnetic field, r is the radius, m is the mass of charge. Okay, this is the formula for the kinetic energy of charge. Okay, actually we are deriving the many formulas. These all formulas are used to solve the problems. Okay, next, this is equation 3, and I want to derive the radius different formulas. For the radius also we can derive the different types of formulas. Radius previously we got as r is equal to m, from equation 1 we write the radius formula as r is equal to mv by qb we write. Okay, mv what we write? Momentum we write. Momentum formula in terms of kinetic energy if you want to write, we can write like this, under root 2m ke we write. How you got this formula, right? How you got this one? This one just from the kinetic energy formula we know as p square by 2m. From this, if you want to write the p formula, we will get as under root 2m ke we will get, where ke is the kinetic energy of charge. But the kinetic energy also we can write one formula, that is the kinetic energy equal to work done by the battery. Work done we can write as charge into potential difference by qb, where this V is the potential difference. These are the various formulas for the radius. If you want, you can note. These are all formulas you may remember or you may derive from one to another based on the situation. These many formulas are useful to solve the problems. Okay, and the next I am going to derive the formula for the time period of circle. Time period means time taken to complete one rotation. What is the time period? Okay, time period. Okay, before going to time period, I will derive the angular velocity formula. Right? Okay. Yes, any problem? What diagram repeat? You see here, charge is moving along the x-axis. Magnetic field is along the z-axis. Cross indicates z-axis. Right? This is x. This is y. This magnetic field is along the z-axis, perpendicular to plane. Right? When charge velocity is along the x-axis, magnetic field along the z-axis means velocity perpendicular to velocity along x-axis, magnetic field along z-axis. X-axis, z-axis are perpendicular, then velocity perpendicular to magnetic field. If any charge enters into the magnetic field in such a way that velocity perpendicular to magnetic field, if its velocity perpendicular to magnetic field, on that force will act, that is QVB. This force serves as a centripetal force. Centripetal force is a force that makes the charge to move in circular path. Right? Here, when the charge enters into the magnetic field, that is a cross is their magnetic field. In that, if charge enters, on that force will act. That force acts like centripetal force. That centripetal force makes the charge to move in circular path. It is moving like this, and the centripetal force is always acting towards the center of the circle. Then the force on charge is QVB. Here we find out that will act like centripetal force. That's why we wrote here it as mv square by r, and we are simplifying and we are getting the radius of the circle along which the charge moves in the magnetic field. Its radius circle we are writing. We are deriving the radius formula, momentum of charge formula, kinetic energy of charge formula. Clear, Babu? It was very simple. When velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the force will act. That force serves as a centripetal force, act like a centripetal force, and makes the charge to move in circular path. Okay. Yes. Velocity formula is what for the force? I cap denotes x-axis. Force formula we have Q into V bar cross B bar. Velocity. Yes. Velocity is on x-axis. Velocity is on x-axis. Okay, remember it. Velocity is on x-axis. Velocity is on x-axis. That's why V I cap I wrote. How I know that velocity on x-axis? I am taking only this case. This one you see here. This case at this situation. Velocity on x-axis. And field cross means z-axis. I wrote in place of B k cap. K cap indicates z-axis. Then I cap cross k cap formula we know, minus j cap. Okay, I cap cross k cap is minus j cap. Negative y axis force will be there. Like that, force will act downward on this at this location. Then it makes that to rotate like this. Let's go for the continuation. That is, I want the angular velocity. From equation 1, radius formula we know. Radius formula is mv by qb. But linear velocity, angular velocity relation we know, v is equal to r omega. Is it right? Where omega is angular velocity. This you learned in the 9th and 11th class. Okay, relation between the linear velocity and angular velocity in circular motion topic. Right, we can write as r omega by qb we write. Here r gets cancelled, and finally I want the omega formula. Omega is equal to, we will get as, what you will get from the above formula omega, can anyone tell? Omega is equal to this omega formula I want. Omega is equal to, we will get as qb by m. Is it correct? Yes or no? Yes. This is equation 4 we can consider. Right, like this there are so many formulas we can derive. These are all formulas useful to solve the problems. They will never ask to derive it. Okay, they will give only problems based on this. And let's go for the time period of revolution. The charge is moving in the circular path. What is its time period? Time period of revolution. Time period is equal to distance by speed we write. The charge is moving in circular path. Time period means time for one rotation. In one rotation, how much distance it can travel? 2 pi r. What is the speed v? Then here we write the radius formula. What is the radius formula from equation 1? mv by qb by v we write. This we are writing from equation 1. Right. Okay. Then if we simplify it, then what you will get? This v gets cancelled. And finally we will get the time period formula is 2 pi m by qb. Time period formula is 2 pi m by qb. From this we say that the time period is independent of the radius. Is it correct? Time period does not depend upon radius. Next, I want the frequency of revolution. What is frequency? Do you know frequency term? Frequency of revolution. Frequency means how many, time period means time for one revolution. For one revolution, how much time takes? In one revolution, distance by speed you will get. Frequency means what? Frequency is the number of revolutions per second. In 1 second, how many revolutions it takes? That is also reciprocal of time period. You should write reverse of this one. Then qb by 2 pi m we will get. This is the frequency, right? Okay, these are the several formulas in the second case, right? Till now we are discussing only second case, right? In the second case, what is that? In the second case is that when velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field, if the velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field, then how charge moves? What is the formula for the force on the charge? Right, that is the thing. If velocity parallel to the field, then the force on charge is 0, right? At that moment charge continue in the same direction. If velocity perpendicular to field, at that moment force maximum, charge moves in circular path. Let's go for the next concept, that is next concept is case 3, right? Case 1, case 2, case 3. Case 1, 2 completed. Case 3 we will discuss and we will close today lecture. Case 3 is that right, charge thrown. Yes, क्लास चल रहा है, 5 मिनट के बाद आएंगे. ओके. Next case is that case 3, the charge thrown at an angle theta, right, with the magnetic field. This theta in this case not equal to 0 and not equal to 90. Here theta is greater than 0 and less than 90. This is the situation, right? Theta is greater than 0 and less than 90. In this case, what happens to the force and how charge moves, that we are going to discuss. Let us start it. This is x-axis, remember it. This is y-axis. This is z-axis. Okay, right. Q is the charge. Let us take the Q is a charge. That charge is thrown with velocity v, like this. The charge is thrown with velocity v. Like this, the charge is thrown. It is making theta angle with the magnetic field. I am applying the magnetic field along the x-axis, and the charge is thrown with velocity v, that makes an angle theta with the magnetic field, right? Now here what is the force on charge? What is the force on charge? Yes, will you say the force on charge in this case? Force on charge, simple it is, that is, it is moving in the magnetic field. Q charge moving with velocity v in the magnetic field of induction B at an angle theta, then the force formula is QVB sin theta. Now what I will do, that velocity is classified into components. Along the x-axis, velocity is split into components. Along the x-axis, some velocity will be there, v cos theta. Along the y-axis, some velocity is there, that is v sin theta. Okay. When you split these velocities, this v sin theta is a velocity, right? V sin theta, it is the vertical component of velocity, that is the v perpendicular we take. Vertical component of velocity. Vertical component of velocity. And v cos theta, we can take it as like this. It is perpendicular to the magnetic field. V sin theta perpendicular to magnetic field. That's why I wrote v perpendicular. This I will write as v parallel. This is the horizontal component of magnetic field. Horizontal means along the x-axis. Horizontal component of velocity, sorry, not magnetic field. Right? Here you see that v sin theta is the component that is perpendicular to magnetic field. Is it correct? Yes or no? V sin theta is along the y-axis, magnetic field along the x-axis. V sin theta, resolution of vector into components, motion in a plane chapter. Okay, velocity, how it is resolved. Directly you remember the here this is the velocity. This we want to resolve like perpendicular component x y axis. If the angle is hit here, this will become v cos, this is become v sin. This is velocity. If angle is at here, then this will become v cos, this will become v sin. Very simple resolution for the remembering. Okay, right. This is v sin. The component attached with the angle you will get by multiplying with cos theta. You multiply v with cos theta. Other components you should multiply with sin. Here also same thing. This v resolving into components. Then this is the component attached with the angle v cos theta, and other one is v sin theta. If attached with the angle, then that is cos. multiply with cos, and other one sin. Okay, right. Many cases we are discussing this one. Here V sin theta perpendicular to magnetic field. V sin theta perpendicular to magnetic field. If any velocity perpendicular to magnetic field, that velocity makes the charge to move in circular path. Second case, velocity perpendicular to magnetic field means charge moves in circular path. Charge moves in circular path due to this component. Is it right? And V cos theta is the component that is parallel to magnetic field. V cos theta is the right side, field also right side. At the moment this V cos theta makes the charge to force on charge will become 0 when the velocity parallel to the magnetic field. That is a first case. Velocity parallel to the magnetic field means force 0. Force 0 means charge continue in the same direction. Is it right? Charge moves in the same direction, right? That is a straight line motion, linear motion. Along x-axis it will go. What the V cos theta will do? V cos theta makes the charge to move right side because V cos theta parallel to field. What V sin theta will do? V sin theta is perpendicular to field. It makes to rotate. V sin theta is the velocity component that makes the charge to move in circular path. V cos theta is the component of velocity. It makes the charge to move along x-axis. Due to these two paths, due to these two things, the charge will continue like this. It will go in circular path and it will also go in forward. It will go like this. This is the path followed by the charge in this case. What happening in this? The charge is rotating. The charge is rotating. Circular path it is moving because of V sin theta. Charge is moving forward. The charge is moving forward. Due to V cos theta, it is moving forward, rotating and moving forward. It is just like a spring. You know, spring, right? And it will rotate and it will go forward. Then the charge will continue in helical path. Charge continue in helical path. This is our question. This is our path. This is very important point. Which path it can follows? Charge continue in helical path. Helical path is what? Rotating and moving forward. Rotating and moving forward. Why rotating? Because of V sin theta. Why moving forward? Because of V cos theta. V cos theta makes the charge to go right side. V sin theta makes the charge to rotate because V sin theta is perpendicular to the magnetic field. When V sin theta perpendicular, velocity perpendicular, charge moves in circular path according to case 2. When velocity parallel to the magnetic field, charge continue in the same direction. This is the case 3 is the combination of case 1 and 2. Case 1 moves straight line. Case 2 moves in circular path. Case 1 only straight line. Case 2 only circular path. Case 3 straight line circular path combination. Rotating and moving forward. That is helical path. And we want the radius of the helical path. Okay, I want to derive. And a time period I want to derive. For the purpose, here we will derive the little formulas, that is what is the radius of helical path. That is the radius formula is, we know already, mv by qb. mv by qb, but which velocity making the charge to move in circular path? Not v. It is V perpendicular component only makes the charge to move in circular path. That's why V is replaced with the V sin theta. Because previously we derived formula, that is, you see here the case that radius is mv by qb, right? Here V is perpendicular to B, but here not. In this case, V is not perpendicular to B. V is making theta angle with B. Which is perpendicular to B? Which is perpendicular to B? V sin theta perpendicular to B. Right? That's why perpendicular component only V sin theta only makes the charge to move in circular path. That's why we have to take in case 3 that radius formula is right mv sin theta by qb. I want the time period of circular path. What is the time period? Right, let's go for the time period. What is the time period? For one rotation, how much time it will take? Time period. Time period formula is what? Distance by speed, 2 pi r by speed. Which speed makes to move in circular path? Perpendicular speed. Then 2 pi r is what? mv sin theta by qb by v perpendicular only makes to move in circular path. This v sin theta will cancel. Finally, the time period formula we will get as 2 pi m by qb. That means in case 2 and case 3, the time period formula is the same, but the radius formula is different. If you want the frequency formula, frequency means how many rotations it takes per second. Frequency is the reciprocal of time period. You write in reverse, that is qb by 2 pi m we will get. Okay, next one more last definition I will tell and I will close today lecture, right? Okay, next definition is pitch of helix. This is very important, previous CBSE question. What is pitch of helix? What is pitch of helix? 1 minute. Pitch of helix. What is pitch of helix? And write its formula. This is very important. You should remember that you will helical path. Helical path we can also say it as helix. Yes, tell me what you are asking. You want to note. Completed. Next, what they are asking in this pitch of helix means what? Pitch of helix. You see here, for every rotation, little bit the charge is moving along x-axis. Is it correct? For every rotation, it goes in one rotation, it travel this much. Next rotation, this much. Next rotation. For every rotation, it traveling some distance in forward direction. That distance is called as pitch of helix. Okay. I will write in the diagram. The pitch of helix is the distance traveled before one rotation, charge is at here. After one rotation, the charge is at here. It traveling some distance in one rotation. That distance is called as pitch of helix. How much for every rotation it travels some distance, right? From here to again next rotation it is at here. Next rotation it is at here. It is going along the x-axis, rotating and moving forward, right? How much distance the charge can move in one rotation or the revolution is called as a pitch of helix. Okay, the linear means straight line. The linear distance traveled by the charge in one rotation or the one revolution along the direction of magnetic field is called as pitch of helix. This is the pitch of helix. Okay, let's see What is pitch of helix? Pitch of helix is the right distance only. Is it right? Pitch of helix is nothing but distance. Is it correct? Distance is equal to formula is what? Speed into time. That's all, very simple. Which distance it is? In one rotation, distance is called as the pitch of helix. Which speed makes to move along that time? In one rotation, how much distance it traveled? Okay, it is traveling along the x-axis. For that, which velocity used? V cos theta or V sin theta? To move along x-axis, right? It is not rotating at one place. You see here, if it is rotated like this, it is not going forward. Is it right? It is rotating at same position. But in this case, rotating and going forward, right? For every rotation, it is going right side. What is the velocity which makes the charge to move forward? V cos theta or V sin theta? Which one? Answer please. Yes, V cos theta makes the charge to move forward. V sin theta makes to rotate, only rotate, right? And in one rotation, how much distance traveled we require? For one rotation, time take we have to take. For one rotation, the time taken is what? Time period. Then here, pitch of helix is equal to speed. What is the speed? Speed is the V cos theta. Is it right? That is only makes to move forward. What is the time? We want the distance traveled in one rotation. For one rotation, the time is the time period. Is it correct? This is the formula. That is the P is equal to V cos theta into T. Okay. This T is the time period. T is the time period. I want the time period formula. Yes, what is that? V cos theta into, what is the formula for the time period? 2 pi mb m by qb. Right? This is the formula for the pitch of helix. Right? With this, today's topic is completed. You write the notes. Okay, practice properly everything. Don't waste the time. And start the preparation. Okay, tomorrow's lecture topic I will forward. You read, you watch today once. Okay, and tomorrow again, once again it will be revised. But nobody is watching. The watch time every day I am getting only 1 hour or 2 hours. That means out of 39 members, if they will watch, at least 39 hours we will get. I am not getting that one. I am getting 2 hours. That means only 1 or 2 members are watching. Not interested. You should have the interest. Okay, right? Okay, and